love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
ఓం శ్రీమాత్రే నమః. ఓం గం గణపతయే నమః. One should live happily while he practices self-transmission. That means one should not worry for anything else because he should change his mind. You can change your mind for yourself. Self-transformation is the key to getting success in your life. It does not need to be dramatic way. Example of self-transformation gives us more energy to come over the hurdles. Subconscious is like a computer and it has its own software that should not be forgotten. Therefore, it is need transforming the self. Your consciousness is divided into levels of awareness. You can record the outcome and you have to know the steps to self transformation. At the same time, you have to take baby steps to improve the self transformation. Therefore, we have to learn from others. It will be the outcome properly. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. Be your own cheerleader. And tips you have to know for the successful transformation. Basing on these things, we have to know what is self-transformation. By this, today I took the topic self-transformation. Let us start with prayer. Vishveshwara Virupaksha Vishwarupa Sada Shiva Sharanam Bhava Bhutesha Karunakara Shankara. You can change yourself. Often we don't need to change our values, just our style or how we are thinking, feeling or behaving in scenario. The other thing to remember is that you are not your behavior. So this gives you more flexibility in how you respond. So change yourself first is really a variant of the idea. Focus on what you control and let the rest go. But it is a very effective one. Rather than play the blame game or point fingers or wish somebody was different or wish situation was different. You can change yourself. You can change your perception or change your procedure. Self-transformation is a key to victory. How? We get unstuck when we change ourselves. It is our transformation that sets us free and leads to our personal victories. Whenever you face a problem you don't know how to solve, the key to victory lies in self-transformation. That we don't know how to solve a problem does not mean it is not solvable. It means we can't solve it if we remain as we are. Next, it does not need to be dramatic. Self-transformation does not need to be a big deal to make big impact. It simply needs to be effective. Self transformation need not be dramatic, though, to have a dramatic effect. It often means simply opening our minds to something to which they have been closed. Perhaps learning a new skill or sharpening an old one, to seeking expert help, to conquering self doubt, fear of failure or fear of success, or to developing a new attitude, adopting a new way of doing things, or forsaking a deluded belief. Even if we don't know how we need to change, the simple act of looking inward with a mind fully accepting of responsibility of strengthening what weakens it finds and correcting what misconceptions it holds frequently yields remarkable results. Next, example of self transformation. Starting the process of self transformation starts by owning the problem and asking yourself what you can do about it. So, for example, if your marriage is in trouble, I told Tanya, it may mean you need to learn to control your anger. Or if your marriage fails, it may mean you need to abandon your belief that you need a spouse in order to be happy. Or if you can't lose weight, I finish. It may mean making sure there is not some secondary gain keeping you from giving it your all. If you find yourself stuck or getting nowhere fast, try changing your thoughts, feelings, or actions. For what purpose? To find your breakthroughs. Next, transforming the self. Anybody can tell the meaning of self transformation as transforming the self, but into what and why and when and how? It is not so easy. When the question arises, the simple term of self transformation suddenly becomes complex. Self transformation is an art and a way of reshaping yourself. It is a process of changing from ordinary to extraordinary by reaching high levels of personal excellence. You change your unproductive behaviors. You enhance your skills and capabilities. You replace negative beliefs with positive ones. You identify your core values and your ideal self. You find your purpose and reach your ideal identity. You get rid of negative, unresourceful patterns of attitude and behavior and replace limiting beliefs with strong positive ones. The process might seem complex, hard, and time consuming, but it's not. Your consciousness is divided into levels of awareness. The conscious mind is the part of your mind which is currently aware and is receiving the information through the five senses: what you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you smell, what you sense. The conscious mind can also be called a rational mind because it works with logic and cognition. It's only 10% responsible for who you are and what you do, as it can only process about 2000 bytes of data at a moment. The subconscious mind can be called the treasure house within. All four emotions and memories are stored in it. The subconscious mind regulates your breathing, beating of your heart, blinking of the eyes, digestion, etc. It can process about 4 billion bytes of data. It is also called a subjective mind. Next, subconscious is like a computer and it has its software. All of your habits and the thought patterns are stored in the subconscious mind and it regulates them. Habits, beliefs, behaviors, and routine run as a program in your mind. It is 90% responsible for who you are and what you do. Your existing conditioning and programming were completed when you were infant till you were 7 years old. Every human being works and acts according to his conditioning and programming, resourceful or unresourceful. If the program is in harmony with your desires, goals, and wants, then it is really easy to achieve and fulfill them. But when the program does not support your desires or goals, conflict arises. Example, fear, anxiety, boredom, etc. Your protection is one of the prime directives of your subconscious. So, it wants you to stay in the comfort zone, follow the same routine, and continue with your old habits as it has its program. Now, steps to self transformation. In short, your subconscious is like the autopilot feature on an aeroplane. It has been pre programmed to follow a specific route, and you can't deviate from the route. And you can't deviate from the route unless you change the directions programmed into it first. It's quite impossible to achieve or transform without the help of your subconscious, as it is 90% responsible. That's why watching motivational videos does not help much and the effect vanishes rapidly. You have to reprogram your mind and create new neural pathways to transform yourself by implanting strong beliefs and impregnating your mind with a success, that is self transformation. You can reprogram your mind for success, happiness, abundance, and greatness and achieve what you have always wanted to achieve. You can become valuable, rich, successful, attractive, and confident by reprogramming your mind. You possess the greatest gift known to mankind, the power of choice. Is there something in your life that could be better? You have everything you need right now to change it. You can't always control external people and events. But there is a secret. Everything changes when you change yourself. Smart people know that we achieve our best life when we take time to look honestly at who we are and where we are and then make a change. In other words, we can transform ourselves into someone completely new. It is easier said than done. It takes work, without a doubt, but it is possible. For this, there are six crucial steps you must implement to make sure your personal transformation is a successful one. Number one, record the outcome. To get what you want, you must first know exactly what the final outcome will be. You won't get there if you don't understand exactly what you want. Successful people send this message every day. Sit down and define your current problems or flaws and decide what they will be like once you have transformed them. Don't just think about it either. Make it concrete. Write it down. Add a list of reasons why you want to make these changes. Write down all the great things that will happen once your transformation is complete. This will motivate you when you are tempted to fall back into your old habits. Number two, take baby steps. Change is a gradual process, and most big changes are made by taking small steps every day over a long period of time. Personal transformation takes time and it's not linear. Sometimes you take three steps forward, then two steps back. Other times you will make huge leaps in just a day or two. Prepare yourself for this reality and don't give up because change does not happen quick enough or it feels like you are not making progress. Third, learn from others. Change always involves learning new things, but you can create your own shortcut. Instead of starting from scratch, learn from the journeys and mistakes of others who have already taken the path you are embarking on. It can cut your learning phase in half. Do some research and read personal stories, tips, tricks of people who have created their own personal transformations. Avoid the mistake they made and adopt the habits that helped them achieve their goals. At the very least, these stories will inspire you to keep going day after day. They will let you know that what you are doing and where you are going is not only possible but that it's possible for you. Next, be the outcome. There is a popular glitch that says, fake it till you make it. And there is a validity to that statement. Adopt the identity of yourself as someone who has already made the changes you aspire to, and your actions will be those of someone who already made the successful transformation. This, in turn, leads to results in the real world that simply confirm your new reality. Fifth one, be willing to be uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. Realize that fact, accept it, and embrace it. People tend to cling to stability and comfort, but your personal transformation requires you to step into new environments, meet new people, and do things that you are not used to. And that is scary. Physiologically, fear and excitement are nearly identical. Your heart races, you sweat, you shake, you cry. You naturally want to quit or run away. When you start to feel fear, reframe it and tell yourself that you are just excited. Embrace the feeling and walk through it. Don't let it stop you. Sixth, be your own cheerleader. When you change, the people around you will react. Some will support you, and some will work actively to resist you. Build up your inner strength and realize that you don't need anyone approval. If they gave it to you, that's a gift. But if they don't, you know what you are doing and why, and you only need yourself as a cheerleader. Most of the greatest thinkers and doers in history were ridiculed and chastised when they created change. When you better yourself, you should expect the same. That's just to prove that you are on the right path. A personal transformation means that you will move from where you are currently to a new place where you are a better version of yourself. You could decide you need to transform your health, your personal relationships, or your skill set for your life calling. To transform yourself in any area of your life requires two things. First, you must decide you want to change. Second, you must have a vision of what the transformed you will look like or the outcome you are designed. There are some tips for the successful transformation. Personal transformation have a much better chance of success when you take intentional action. There are 5 tips to ensure you have a successful transformation. Number 1, make sure your why is strong enough to sustain you in the challenging moments. If you are making a change because it is January 1st and it just seems like a good time to try something different, you will not make it to February. This is true no matter what time of the year it is. When challenges arise, your feelings will take over and no one feels like transforming. Why do you want to transform? Number 2, set small goals that can be accomplished daily. A common trap of well meaning transformations is setting significant goals that become overbearing and are almost impossible to attain. Decide on something small that you can do daily that will move you towards your larger goal slowly. Small wins done consistently over time ensures remarkable results. Third tip, make consistency a goal. You will have a much greater chance of completing your transformation if you take small steps daily versus taking larger actions less frequently. There is a magic about doing small things every day, consistently over time that works. No consistency, no transformation. Fourth tip, celebrate milestone along the way. A true transformation takes time. It's easy when results begin to show to stop doing the daily disciplines that got you to this point. Celebrate the small wins and then stay focus on the daily consistency. Fifth tip, track and share your goal, progress, and challenges with someone else. Call it accountability if you like, but when we track our progress and include others in our transformational journey, it just seems to make things more real. I am much more likely to stay the course if I know others are watching and pulling for me. It's not what you intend to do that gets your goal. It's what you actually do that matters. Make the decision today to venture outside your comfort zone and begin the journey to a better version of yourself. Who undertakes a personal transformation? People who undertake personal transformation possess the self awareness to know they don't want their lives to carry on as they are. Without self awareness, personal transformation is not an option because there is nothing to transform to the person lacking it. Personal transformation is not without its challenges. So, those who engage in it also tend to have good levels of self belief, confidence, and support. While some people are happy and content to remain as they are, choosing a lifestyle that makes a few demands on them. Many see personally transformation as an ongoing commitment to be the best version of themselves. If you have not so far, maybe ask yourself why. Or if you have not so far, maybe ask yourself why. Or if you have, but it did not work out as you would have liked, consider how your approach can be different next time around. When does personal transformation take place? Is a question. Dedicated periods of personal transformation can happen at any time, of course, but they often follow the catalyst of some kind. For example, unhappiness, boredom, or simply the need for a new challenge may lead to a reappraisal of our lives and the knowledge that something needs to change. Or when we may experience a change in our personal or professional circumstances, such as marriage or divorce, promotion, or redundancy. However, not all personal transformation is so deliberate or conscious, such as when it occurs naturally during routine if critical life stages, such as moving from education into work, changing careers, or stepping into new life roles, such as becoming a partner or a parent. Why do people commit to their personal transformation is a question. The answer. The main reason why people commit to their personal transformation is to achieve specific outcomes in life. While it can be hard at times, investing in ourselves can be a rewarding and enjoyable journey. And in arriving at our desired destination, when looking back at how far we have come and how much we have changed, we can feel a sense of pride and achievement. As such, personal transformation helps us to thrive and survive and enjoy positive mental health and well being. Life is always making demands of us, and it can feel satisfying when we are able to meet those demands through transforming who are and what we do. One thing is sure, if we don't work on our personal transformation, life will inevitably make demands on us that we will be unable to meet. Where does personal transformation happen? Is the last question. Answer. Just as personal transformation can at any time, it can also take place anywhere. Where it happens will be determined by the nature of the transformation being committed to. For example, the home might be the focus of someone aiming to become a better parent, at the workplace for someone keen to develop professionally. When we think about it, there is an almost unlimited number of places and spaces, such as colleges, gyms, sport clubs, and churches. But personal transformation does not just happen externally to us. Of course, it happens inside too, in our bodies and imaginations. श्रियकांताय कल्याण निधे निधेदनाम श्री वेंकटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मंगलम मंगलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्य पुरोमय सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यै सत्कृतायास्तु मंगलम्.